In our fast-paced world, cluttered with distractions and constant noise, finding clarity in thought and action can seem almost unattainable. How often do we find ourselves overwhelmed by the daily grind, unable to sift through the chaos of life's demands? Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, offered timeless wisdom on navigating these very challenges through clear thinking and moral integrity. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking, he once said. This profound insight invites us to explore how our internal perspective can dramatically influence our external experience. But how can we adopt such clarity in our modern lives? Marcus Aurelius provides guidance through his meditations, focusing on virtues like reason, resilience, and reflection, which can help us lead more purposeful and contented lives. Have you ever considered what it might mean to fully control only what is within your reach, and to accept the rest as it happens? Or how might simplifying your life bring you closer to profound peace and clarity? Today's exploration of the wisdom of Stoicism with Marcus Aurelius's 10 lessons on clear thinking will delve into these questions and more, offering practical applications of Stoic principles for anyone seeking solace after the storms of everyday life. As we explore these lessons, ask yourself, which areas of my life require greater clarity? How can the teachings of a Stoic philosopher from millennia ago still resonate so profoundly today? If you're ready to embark on this meaningful journey, comment, "Start the journey," and pledge to stay with us until the end of the video to imbibe the timeless teachings of Stoic philosophy, nurtured by the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Lesson number 1. Embrace the power of morning reflections. Starting your day with morning reflections is a practice extolled by Marcus Aurelius, who believed that how we begin our day sets the tone for how we live it. By taking a moment each morning to reflect, we cultivate a mindset aligned with our deepest values and intentions. Think about the peacefulness of the early morning, when there are no distractions or demands to deal with. It is in these moments that clarity can best be found. Marcus Aurelius himself practiced this, using his mornings to anchor his thoughts and prepare his spirit for the day ahead. He wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." How often do you pause to consider the day's potential before getting swept up in its current? Reflecting each morning allows you to set a purposeful course, guiding your actions with intention rather than impulse. It's about asking yourself, what virtues do I want to embody today? How will I face challenges with grace? For instance, a business leader might reflect on patience and fairness, crucial for impactful decisions throughout a hectic day. A teacher might focus on empathy and resilience, preparing to nurture young minds effectively. Now, I encourage you to ask yourself, what qualities are most important for my day today? How can I align my actions with my inner philosophy? By integrating morning reflections into your routine, you not only honor the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, but also empower yourself to lead a life of purpose and peace. Embrace this practice and watch as your days transform, becoming more thoughtful, productive, and fulfilled. Let this simple act be the cornerstone of a life not just lived, but well lived. Lesson number 2. Accept change as nature's inevitable law. Marcus Aurelius, in his Stoic reflections, continually emphasized the importance of accepting change as an inevitable part of life. He articulated this through his meditations, stating, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, And love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. This lesson urges us to embrace the natural flow of life's changes, recognizing them not as disruptions, but as integral to the fabric of existence. Imagine a seasoned entrepreneur who has experienced the highs and lows of business cycles. Rather than resisting downturns, they anticipate and adapt to these changes, viewing each as an opportunity to evolve and innovate. How might your own life improve if you accepted changes with a similar attitude of openness and adaptability? Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, complements this view by reminding us that external changes are outside our control, and we should focus instead on our internal responses. Do not seek to have events happen as you want them to, but instead want them to happen as they do happen, and your life will go well. His teachings encourage us to detach from our expectations of how things should be and accept them as they are, realizing that not only the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, but also the Stoic philosophers wanted to remind us that by acknowledging change as a fundamental aspect of nature, we align ourselves with the true nature of our experiences, thereby easing internal strife and enhancing our resilience. This approach encourages us not to resign ourselves to fate, but to actively engage with life, perceiving change as a beneficial force. Now, I invite you to reflect and share. What recent change have you experienced, and how have you used it as a catalyst for personal growth and development? Please share your stories and insights in the comments section. Lesson number 3: value time as your most precious resource. In Stoic philosophy, time is regarded as the most valuable resource available to us. Marcus Aurelius deeply emphasizes, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." By treasuring each moment, we learn to live more fully in the now, enhancing our focus and appreciation for the present. Imagine a day in the life of a busy professional, balancing a demanding job, personal interests, and family commitments. By prioritizing tasks and eliminating non-essential activities, this individual can maximize productivity and ensure that each moment spent is meaningful and contributes to personal and professional fulfillment. Now, consider your daily routine. How often are you sidetracked by distractions that do not align with your long-term goals? In personal relationships, the value of time becomes even more pronounced. Choosing to spend an evening with family over staying late at the office can reinforce relationships and create cherished memories. Reflect on a recent decision where you chose personal connection over professional obligation. How did this choice impact your relationships and personal well-being? Marcus Aurelius teaches us to be thoughtful about how we allocate our time, urging us to spend it in ways that align with our deepest values. Each moment presents an opportunity to strengthen relationships, advance careers, or nurture personal growth. By being mindful and intentional about how we use our time, we can avoid the pitfalls of aimlessness and regret. As you move forward, challenge yourself to consider how you spend each day. Are there tasks you could delegate or eliminate to free up more time for what truly matters? Are there ways you could make your daily interactions more meaningful? Take a moment to reflect on these questions and consider implementing a daily review of how you spend your time. By adopting a more deliberate approach, you can enhance not only your productivity, but also your overall satisfaction with life. This mindful practice can lead to a richer, more successful, and happier existence, fully in line with the teachings of Marcus Aurelius. Lesson number 4. Understand what is within your control. Marcus Aurelius imparted many lessons that remain profoundly relevant today, one of which is the discernment between what is within our control and what is not. He advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This principle is not just philosophical, but immensely practical in fostering resilience and inner peace. Let's consider the life of an entrepreneur in today's fast-paced world. Economic fluctuations, market trends, and consumer behavior are largely beyond their control. Marcus Aurelius would advise focusing instead on personal resilience, adaptability, and the quality of the product or service offered, factors within one's direct influence. Reflect on your own experiences. How often have you felt overwhelmed by circumstances beyond your control? What could you achieve if you redirected your focus toward what you could change? Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, reinforces this with his clear demarcation in the Enchiridion. Some things are up to us, and some are not up to us. By embracing this philosophy, we can better manage our reactions and emotions, leading to more effective and rational responses. Consider a situation where external events disrupted your plans. How might embracing Epictetus's distinction have helped you respond more effectively? Seneca, too, offers valuable advice in dealing with external challenges. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. This highlights how our fears about uncontrollable factors can exceed the actual hardships imposed by these factors. By focusing on the present and what we can control, we limit unnecessary suffering and become more productive. This Stoic wisdom not only encourages clearer thinking, but also fosters a life of contentment and effectiveness. As you navigate through your day, keep asking yourself, "Is this within my control?" Letting this question guide your actions can lead to a more peaceful and empowered existence. Lesson number 5. Practice objective judgment. Objective judgment is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, urging us to see beyond our subjective biases and respond to life's challenges with clarity and fairness. Marcus Aurelius, a staunch advocate for this principle, taught that everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. By reminding ourselves of this, we learn to differentiate between perception and reality, a skill that enhances our decision-making and interpersonal relationships. Consider the role of a manager tasked with resolving conflicts within their team. By focusing on objective facts rather than personal feelings or hearsay, the manager can ensure a fair resolution that maintains team harmony and respects all parties involved. How might your workplace change if everyone practiced this kind of objective judgment? This practice of stepping back to view situations as impartially as possible can be especially transformative in personal relationships. During an argument, for instance, it's easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment. By applying objective judgment, one might pause to consider the other person's side, potentially uncovering misunderstandings and paving the way for a more empathetic and productive dialogue. Reflect for a moment. Can you recall a time when taking a step back to assess a situation impartially altered the outcome for the better? Marcus Aurelius believed that through the disciplined practice of objective judgment, individuals could lead not only a more peaceful life, but also contribute positively to their communities. This approach minimizes conflicts and deepens our understanding, fostering a more supportive and understanding environment for everyone. As you navigate through your daily life, try to implement this valuable lesson. What are some current challenges you face that might benefit from a more objective approach? Share your thoughts and see how this shift in perspective could bring about solutions and peace. Together we have gone through 5 lessons on clear thinking, according to the teachings of Marcus Aurelius. Your presence here shows us that you are absolutely determined to learn how to think clearly for a better life. Please commit to following all 5 remaining lessons in today's journey by clicking the like button and sharing this video. Your actions will help us gain more motivation to bring Stoic philosophy to more people. Lesson number 6. Seek wisdom in silence. In a world filled with constant noise and distraction, the Stoic practice of seeking wisdom in silence is more relevant than ever. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once highlighted the profound impact of silence on our well-being, noting, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." This lesson encourages us to find moments of quiet, to reconnect with our inner selves and gain clarity. Let's consider a modern-day executive who navigates a plethora of decisions and stresses daily. By carving out time for silent reflection, perhaps through meditation, or simply a few moments of quietude before starting the day, they can access deeper insights and lead with greater wisdom. How often do you set aside time for silence in your busy schedule? And what might you discover about yourself if you did? Silence not only provides a respite from the external world, but also enhances our ability to think clearly and make better decisions. It allows us to step back from our immediate reactions and consider more thoughtful responses. Epictetus also emphasized the power of internal focus, suggesting that the foundation of wisdom lies in turning inward. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. By embracing silence, we enhance our ability to listen, not only to others, but also to our own inner voice, leading to more thoughtful and informed responses. Seneca further reinforces this by highlighting the benefits of quiet contemplation for peace of mind. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. This underscores the Stoic belief that wisdom often comes from being fully present and engaged in the moment. Integrating these teachings, consider making silence a regular part of your routine. Reflect on the possibilities. What deeper understanding might you gain? What better decisions could you make? Embrace the Stoic practice of seeking wisdom in silence to enrich your life with profound insights and peace. As Marcus Aurelius advised, let your quiet moments be your guide to inner tranquility and true wisdom, fostering a more successful, peaceful, and fulfilling life. Lesson number 7. Find clarity in simplicity. In the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, simplicity emerges as a clear path to wisdom and peace. He famously said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This principle directs us to strip back the superfluous, seek contentment with less, and find clarity in simplicity. Consider the scenario of someone living in today's fast-paced, material-driven society. By consciously deciding to reduce their possessions, streamline their daily routines, and prioritize meaningful activities, they can alleviate stress and enhance their focus. How cluttered is your living and digital space? And how might your life improve if you simplify these environments? Simplicity isn't just about physical belongings or activities. It's also about clearing the mind of unnecessary worries and focusing on actionable and constructive thoughts. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, reinforces this idea. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. By applying this to our thinking, we can avoid the mental clutter caused by insatiable desires and unrealistic expectations. Incorporating simplicity into your life can provide a clearer path to fulfillment and happiness. It allows you to concentrate on what truly brings value, reducing stress and enhancing your overall well-being. As you consider simplifying various aspects of your life, think about what is truly essential to your happiness and success. How can reducing complexity in your life help you achieve a deeper sense of satisfaction? What one step can you take today towards embracing simplicity for a clearer, more peaceful existence? Please share your answer below in the comments section, because who knows, there will be many people who have the same opinion as you. Lesson number 8. Recognize the importance of empathy. The sage of Stoic philosophy, Marcus Aurelius, underscored the significance of empathy as a cornerstone for building understanding and harmony in relationships. He taught that to understand the soul of another, or at least to strive to do so, is one of the noblest endeavors one can pursue. This principle highlights the importance of stepping into another's shoes, not only to foster connection, but also to cultivate a deeper sense of peace and cooperation. Imagine the dynamic within a team where each member genuinely tries to understand their colleagues' perspectives and challenges. Such an environment promotes not only increased collaboration, but also a supportive and more productive workplace. How might your own personal or professional relationships improve if you practiced greater empathy? Seneca, another revered Stoic philosopher, echoes this sentiment by emphasizing the strength of kindness and understanding. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. In practical terms, this could be seen in a scenario where a manager takes the time to listen to an employee's concerns genuinely, thereby addressing potential issues before they escalate. Empathy involves more than understanding others. It also includes sharing their feelings and, importantly, acting with compassion. This Stoic value can transform personal interactions and lead to a happier and more successful life. As you go through your day, ask yourself, when was the last time I made a real effort to understand someone else's point of view? How could I demonstrate empathy in my current interactions? Reflect on these questions and consider how integrating empathy into your daily life can enhance both your relationships and your overall well-being. Lesson number 9. Act with reason. The basic teachings of Stoic philosophy emphasize the importance of making decisions based on logic and reason rather than impulse or emotion, which is also lesson number 9 on our journey today. Act with reason. Reflecting on this lesson, Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius advised, "Your ability to control your thoughts, treat it with respect. It's all that protects your mind from false perceptions, false to your nature, and that of all rational beings. Consider a business leader who is facing a critical decision about the future of their company. By grounding their decision-making process in reason, analyzing data, and considering long-term impacts rather than reacting to short-term pressures, they can steer their company towards sustainable success. How might your decisions improve if you consistently applied rational thinking? Epictetus, another influential Stoic philosopher, also highlighted the role of reason in human life. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. This perspective reminds us that our reactions to events are governed by our interpretation of them, which should be based on reason rather than emotion. Acting with reason is not just about making decisions in a business context, but applies to personal life as well. When faced with emotional conflicts or challenging interpersonal dynamics, applying rational thought can help resolve issues more effectively and maintain harmony. Reflect on your recent decisions. Were they influenced more by emotion or reason? What might change if you approached a current challenge or decision purely from a rational perspective? As you contemplate these questions, consider how integrating reason into all aspects of your life can lead to more successful outcomes and a deeper sense of peace. This Stoic approach not only clears the mind, but also enriches our interactions and decisions, paving the way for a happier, more fulfilling life. Lesson number 10. Concentrate on practicing virtue. Practicing virtue is at the heart of Stoic philosophy, a path Marcus Aurelius walked with unwavering commitment. He believed that the essence of a good life is founded on the consistent practice of virtues like integrity, courage, and compassion. He once stated, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This powerful call to action encourages us to live out the values we admire. Let's consider a teacher who embodies virtue in their daily interactions with students. By consistently demonstrating patience and understanding, they create a supportive learning environment where students feel valued and empowered. This not only enhances the students' educational experience, but also teaches them the importance of these virtues in their own lives. Reflect for a moment. How could your actions influence those around you if you were to focus more on practicing specific virtues? Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, who advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do," highlight the importance of defining and living by one's principles. This guidance suggests that understanding and committing to virtues can fundamentally transform our actions and interactions. As you navigate your daily life, think about the virtues that are most important to you. How consistently do you practice these virtues? Are there aspects of your behavior that could better reflect your ideals? Consider the impact of living more virtuously on both your personal fulfillment and on those around you. What steps can you take starting today to embody the virtues you value most? Let Marcus Aurelius's teachings inspire you to elevate your life through the diligent practice of virtue. In our exploration of the 10 lessons on how to think clearly by Marcus Aurelius, we've journeyed through the Stoic principles of acceptance, empathy, virtue, and simplicity, among others. These lessons teach us not only how to achieve clarity, but also how to foster a life of peace and fulfillment. As Marcus Aurelius himself said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Let us take this wisdom to heart embracing the discipline of clear thinking and the virtues that enable it. I invite you to apply these timeless principles to your daily life, thereby cultivating a more serene, happy, and humane existence. As we strive to think clearly, let us also live wisely. If you find this conversation profound and valuable, please click the like button, leave a comment sharing your opinion, and don't forget to spread these meaningful philosophies to everyone around you. If you are new, subscribe to our channel to receive more profound lessons of Stoicism to help you develop yourself. See you again in the next lessons.